the Mazda Renesis Rotary engine, officially known as the 13B-MSP. That's for multi-side port. Powered by the Mazda RX-8 from 2003 to 2012. It was a key advancement in Mazda's rotary engine technology. It carried forward the legacy of the Wankel rotary engines used in earlier models like the RX-7, but introduced huge improvements. A rotary engine operates differently from traditional piston engines. Instead of pistons moving up and down in cylinders, it uses a triangular rotor that rotates within an oval-shaped housing. This design creates 3 chambers where the 4 stages of internal combustion, intake, compression, ignition, and exhaust, all occur simultaneously. The result, it's a compact, lightweight engine with fewer moving parts and a high power-to-weight ratio. It has a side port design. The Renesis introduced a side port configuration for intake and exhaust. It was a big departure from the peripheral ports used in earlier rotary engines. This design reduced overlap between intake and exhaust processes. It led to better efficiency, improved emissions, and a higher power output. It also enabled the engine to rev higher, contributing to huge performance characteristics. The multi-side port layout. This engine featured that multi-side port layout that enhanced volumetric efficiency by optimizing the airflow through the intake and exhaust. So ultimately, this design allowed the engine to operate more effectively at higher RPMs, further increasing the power potential. The Renesis engine delivered between 189 horsepower and 239 horsepower. That's 141 to 173 kilowatts, depending on the specific model and market. This was achieved without the need for turbocharging, unlike its predecessor, the 13B REW engine in the RX-7, which relied on twin turbochargers to reach similar power levels. The Renesis engine, being that much more fuel efficient, produced fewer emissions than previous rotary engines due to the combustion process. It was all over known for its high revving nature. The engine had a redline of up to 9,000 RPM in its high-power version. The high rev characteristics provided an exhilarating driving experience, especially in the RX-8's manual transmission models. The Renesis rotary engine offered several advantages. There was no exception, though, requiring careful maintenance, particularly in terms of oil management. It had its challenges there. Rotary engines in general tend to have higher fuel-to-oil consumption compared to conventional piston engines. So oil management, you got to stay on top of that to ensure longevity. The engine was also prone to carbon buildup, especially within short trips or low RPM driving that did not allow the engine to reach optimal operating temperatures. This buildup could lead to reduced performance and potential engine failure if not properly managed. The Renesis engine is celebrated as the last production rotary engine produced by Mazda before the discontinuation of the RX-8 in 2012. But it does represent the pinnacle of Mazda's rotary engine development, embodying the brand's commitment to innovation and unique driving experiences. These are Interesting Things with JC.